Blessed, welcome to another episode of the My Two Cents Quick Chat. You don't know, I'm your host, TU-LOX'S, the 876 Rebel. Scene, and as usual, mega remind I them support the movement. Scene, big up everybody in the Rebel Nation over Yassa. Scene, and as usual, mega ask I them, remember to support the merchandise, support the channel in any way you can, whether links in description when I say, or you want to support the merchandise, you know what I mean, keep the movement here going. And if you want to go up on the website and buy something, me give thanks. Scene, and if you want the more updated merchandise, as usual, I always say 876-898-9888, and just support the movement and help the movement to keep going. I mean, the item knows I'm start the Rebel 13 Foundation. Scene, this is how me just go in a whole heap of place and just help out everybody where me can help out. Scene, and as a part of my mission to give back, sometimes I just randomly walk up to a supermarket and just go in there go give us some money to some cashier. You know what I mean? You don't know who the lucky cashier I gonna be. See? I'm gonna expand to it. Now I gonna just be about supermarket. It can be a bar. See? Because my mother used to work in a bar right throughout her life. So I'm gonna give back to a lot of bartenders just randomly sometimes. See? And I'm gonna see footage of that. Yeah, for those who wanna know. And I inquire since me dropped my last video. And I said me have a political side. Yes, me have a political side. I'm a join that side there for life. Me a PNP. Patrick and Paul. Now a lot of people might say me start the show with that specific video. See? But you know why I play that video? I talked about a thing last week in a My Two Cents episode 96 where I tell you about Die Hard. When I tell you about people who just only think political. Now if the rebel them know me is a troll. Me is a man way. I will mock the hell out of you. See? If you are trying to act like you want to bully me, I will mock you to death. Now when I post that video on my gram and post it on the YouTube page, you wouldn't believe the amount of people where that video fly over them head. Them only hear me say me a PNP. They never hear the part of me say Patrick and Paul, you know. But me do that video there to prove a point. It shows that majority of people these days don't have time to think. Them have them brain but it a waste. So me I take the opportunity here to make that public service announcement here. See? I, TU-LOX'S, is not affiliated with any political party whatsoever. And while I'm not affiliated with a political party, a lot of you out there need to get affiliated with some remnants on the brain. Any part on the brain when you have left, start, use it. Focus when you now watch, focus when you now read. Thank you. Now today I'm going to deal with the line minister. And it's not a disrespect. We just have a serious desire to play upon words. Now, in today's episode, as the thumbnail suggests, some serious lies are told to make L.A. Lewis look like choir boy. He's a baby when it comes to lying. Now, as you know in my last episode, I addressed a situation where the Prime Minister came out and basically I said, boy, Jamaica must get ready for the cashless system. And guess what? That left a bad taste in most Jamaican people mouth, and the people them definitely not like that, myself included. If you never watched my last video, episode 96, go and go check it out. See? That is where I address the whole cashless thing and a whole lot of other stuff. But may I stick on the cashless today because all now me in a shock. See? After the man come say, Jamaica must get ready, brace for a cashless society. This is what him come say right after that.
Some things circulating on the internet. And my good friend, the leader of the opposition, is among those who have circulated, and I'm being very polite, euphemistic, circulated concerns about digital payments. There is no attempt by the government to remove cash, meaning paper money. There is no attempt by the government to remove cash, meaning paper money, from the system. Just stop for one moment. Just be rational. Why would the government spend billions of dollars to change currency to a new durable banknote that we don't have to be changing it ever so often, only to turn around and take it out of the system.
That's true, man. To put billions of dollars worth of banknotes into circulation, or plan to, for change up the note them so the people them can get them for use. It's stupid. But let me tell you what is stupider. When you make a whole speech and you leave out all of that out of the speech. All you said was this.
There are some countries now that you go and you go in your pocket and you take out cash to pay your bill. And they say, sorry, I'm sorry, sir, we don't take cash here. And they say, sorry, I'm sorry, sir, we don't take cash here. It's the reality. It's too expensive to deal with cash. It's too expensive to deal with cash. So a lot of businesses are converting their systems away from cash. So a lot of businesses are converting their systems away from cash.
You hear the man say right just a while ago? Them are going to move away from cash. Now, any misconception that the people might have had, I want to tell me fair and square who gave them that misconception. Every single thing will come out of your mouth just a while ago shows your intention to do away with cash. It's too what? Expensive to deal with cash. So now, the banknotes you refer to, where you spend billions of dollars for make, may assume, say that you refer to right there, so it's expensive to deal with cash. So you see that way just a while ago, this would have been the perfect opportunity to say, for example, right now we have how much $1 trillion worth of banknotes coming into circulation in 2024. So that now right there so would I give the people my ease and say, but wait. Or if I bring in back cash for 2024, that means I'm not intend to go fully cashless. You don't even give the people a chance to use common sense in that speech whatsoever. And then after that you say, most business are go cashless. Now, to debunk all of this, I'm going to ask you a quick question. What is the meaning of cashless? Characterized by the exchange of funds by check, debit, or credit card or electronic methods rather than the use of cash. The age of the cashless society. Alright, so when you hear cash like physical money mentioned in the meaning of cashless, so if your prime minister come to you come say, yo, get ready for cashless. Now, even the biggest duns, because we know Jamaica have a dunce culture now, even the biggest duns know say cashless mean the absence of physical paper money, cash. So if there's a cashless society, there will be no physical cash. Our prime minister come promote a cashless society. He never say cash inclusive. So for example, a wicked man, what the first thing somebody say about him? Him heartless. Heartless means you have no heart. So if you got cashless, it means you don't have no money, no physical money, done with.
Don't you see it is stupidness? But the number of people who have followed it gets me worried about what Jamaicans are consuming as information. I'm worried.
It is not the people's fault why the citizens of your country, the same people, develop serious trust issues for you. It come like a relationship. You do with a lied girl, how long? And every 2 sentences come out her mouth is a lie. You know, say even when she taught the truth, you pronounce her as a liar, even though we hardly say truth based on common sense in a majority of speeches. You have lost all credibility with the Jamaican people based on the amount of lies. When you tell me, fam, even when you talk the truth, it will definitely be met with skepticism and blatant uncertainty. You know what ruined the Jamaican government now? The people not just only left up to no words again. Like one time I could have manipulate media for the phone side. Now everything playing in front of the world. And when I say playing in front of the world, I mean, if you say something this week, you can't come back next week come say never that you say. Because you call your media friend them and tell them to take it down. So the people don't have it as a frame of reference. If you go back to what you did say. Everything they on video now, and you can't tell the lie them so easy, and people easier to see when I deal with me. Telling us that social media have its perks. Social media not only bad, everything in our life is a balance. These are the same people who say Jamaica forget up to the time of that digital economy, you know. But for them mindset still archaic. For them mindset still a way back in the day when you can tell some people some serious lie and them have to cling to no lie and believe on because them not have no other choice. Them days are done, Mr. Prime Minister. Not even born can't get again. So easy. As soon as you and your side girl have something, as social media you say upon. So I bet you steer the one girl right now. So lying to the Jamaican people one time and lying to the Jamaican people now is not an easy task. You have a skill.
Where is our reasoning? And why is it so simple for us to be attracted by rumors? As your Prime Minister, I have a duty to call it out when I see it. We have spent money to put in place a new, durable note that accounts for the inflation in the society, the convenience of the notes that you need to make payment, and then to just turn around and say no. Come on. It's stupid.
Of course. Jeez. Even me almost believe you. But if all you have to prove your point is this banknote thing, you catch at straws. And if that straw there you catch off right now, you got John, Mr. Prime Minister. Billions of dollars spent to make new banknotes. A true man. But again I ask, where in any one of them speeches where you make did you mention these banknotes? Now, you say the information given by social media and the rumor and the this and the that. Now, basically, you're saying you're concerned about how Jamaican people receive information. But I'm going to ask you something. Wasn't the information as it relates to this case given by you, Mr. Prime Minister? When you talk the right things, rumors start off of that. You can imagine when you chat fuckery. Now, would you be man enough to take the blame and say, all right, you omitted critical information from your speech when you address the people? Would you be man enough to accept that? You just come out and say Jamaica go cashless and basically people have to accept it. Now, is not that what you said? Just like everything else where you do a badness. The big C and then big V where them did come with in order to fix the big C. Never badness you not deal with. And never take it or dead. So why now all of a sudden the people them wouldn't panic? Because we do have a government. I take it or leave it, you know. And that we see them are dealing with some real dictator style. When them tell us you have a choice, but something as important or critical as going cashless. The people don't have a say in the implementation of a system like that. Should not that be left? Just like how we have to vote for UNO in a power. Now vote, we should have vote as to whether we want something like that or not. Alright, so I'm going to pay attention to digital advancement in your country now, right? Nothing wrong with that. But you can call 119 and get through to police and everything does work fine because the system for that set perfect. You can call police and if you don't get to tell them where they them fine you. In Jamaica. Maybe they've not got KPH. If you have beer then you drop down. How soon you have before your life slip away from you in a Jamaica? Because if you ask me, ambulance system are for rich people. Why not spending no money and make up some whole heap of ambulance? We can go Rima and Tivoli and Jungle and Spanish Town. Clans, one other. Why we not have ambulance We can go for everybody and these things, just like I have one with a police car. Are you sure that Jamaica only need digital advancement as it relates to money? Whoever hear a complaint say, oh, the money too heavy to tear out no pocket, especially poor people. Money not give nobody trouble. Matter of fact, the biggest problem money give is being hard to find for the poor. And you are here worrying about money becoming digital. Running a country not easy. Let me make sure I always do my disclaimer. But if you can't manage the job, Mr. Prime Minister, step down, give somebody else the job. But guess what? Jamaica is a hustling pot. Where most of them just pre the hustling rather than the running of the actual country. Because the accolade of saying, oh, Jamaica's best Prime Minister ever, that's not good enough. Nobody know want accolades. Accolades are just ratings, or ratings can do for me. But you bargain for this. You get a country for run. No, run it. Not run it down. My problem is not the Prime Minister lying about a situation. My problem is that we cannot have leaders with such huge egos. I prefer mislead the people. If you come out and say, watch this. You know, say, at the time the cashless thing did sound like a good idea to me. But when we look into it based on the cries of the people, me look into it and it makes sense. I say, all right, yes. The people right, here's what we will do, and you come up with a solution and look like you actually care about what the people them think. But as usual, when you come with ego. How do you act like you don't have any kind of intellect when if the people disagree with something, what you do? Instead of face up to it, you look on the people like polyphobic. Simply because they don't agree with you. Just because people disagree with things you do doesn't mean it come like the homosexual agenda. All you have to do is tell somebody, say, no man, I'm straight man, I'm good. I'm not really, nobody know to kill you. You can stay alive and everything, you have a right to live. But me straight. You know how them take that? Like you hate them. The politicians act in this very same manner. Once the people them stand up and talk for them rights, oh, them are idiot. Them dunce, so them are follow rumors. And you get concerned about how them consume information. The same misleading information where you give out, you get concerned about how them consume that. I'm going to show you, you have some man that skill them so lie. Them a tell lie on you, and then make you believe it. Look at Mark Golden in that clip here. Mark Golden believe everything what the man just said about him. The man so like convinced Mark Golden. Say a lie Mark Golden did I tell. When Mark Golden, who is also part of the people, address the same cashless matter. Look at Mark Golden, he believe him. You can't find a better liar than this. No. Moment of truth. We're going to prove, say everything where you come say a lie, are true. Now watch this.
There are some countries now that you go and you go in your pocket and you take out cash to pay your bill. And they say, sorry, I'm sorry, sir, we don't take cash here. I'm sorry, sir, we don't take cash here. I'm sorry, sir, we don't take cash here.
Sorry, sir, we don't take what here? Cash? Oh, okay. But if you did still go keep cash lying around, you would have mentioned that. And then you would have to go into your pocket and take out some cash and give it to the guy. But that was nowhere near the statement, Mr. Prime Minister, right? And remember, your company first video, come say you made no mention or indication say cash will be a thing of the past. Remember, stick up in.
It's the reality. It's too expensive to deal with cash. So a lot of businesses are converting their systems away from cash. So a lot of businesses are converting their systems away from cash. But we have to manage it carefully. Because in some of our rural areas, that's all the people know and understand. So we can't just do it one time. We have to engage the persons who will be affected, particularly our older citizenry. Many Jamaicans don't even know what we're talking about. That don't mean anything to them. They're still comfortable with the cash under the mattress.
I don't want it to be a scary thought, but it is a thought that we all have to embrace.
You hear what the man just said? Now the citizens, the older citizens, because you can't just do it one time, right? You can't just do the cashless one time because that will affect the older citizens. Why would it affect the older citizens if cash would still be around? All the older citizens would have to do is retain them cash. Since a digital advancement we not talk about and cash did still are gonna be around, why would those older citizens be affected? If cash was still going to be around, why would you implement this part of your speech, Mr. Prime Minister? So what if cash still under your mattress? If it's still in circulation? Matter of fact, you actually went on to say you know it's scary. Now tell me, Mr. Prime Minister, what provides the element of fear in that situation there? If cash did still have got about and people have a choice to use cash or use the cashless, why would you be scared? Now, last video when me do me confused as hell, but nobody asks me how confused me be right now. So just imagine the people them, how them confused based on your lie them you tell one after the other. I remember, Mr. Prime Minister, the people already mark you about your nose, But suppose the scenario with Pinocchio did real and every lie where you tell your nose grow. No car couldn't drive no way. Your nose would have blocked every road. No joke. Because you want to tell me say you couldn't remember nothing at all about your previous speech. We're gone not even a month now. And you don't remember nothing at all what you say in that speech? I mean, I talk about common sense. You seem like everything where you get, every speech where you get for read, you're not even run through them as a leader and say, all right, this makes sense, that don't make no sense, take out this. None of that you know do. It's like because them come and them get the job, based on them intellect and them degree and all type of thing, you just believe so whatever written in these speeches automatically gonna make sense. No, it doesn't. The leader of any country supposed to show the citizens say fully able to function upon him own as it relates to common sense and true leadership. You're supposed to just lead. This not make no sense. Mind me of a fire. Foolishness that they give me for the read, because here's why. Bam, 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 bam. Take out this, put in that some simple little things when no real leader are supposed to miss. You miss them, fam. No domino effect. You're not able to read effectively as it relates to domino effects. If I do this, this will be affected. And if this gets affected, that gets affected. That's how you lead.
I think I'm tech savvy. And some of the things I have to hand it to my son for him to show me how to do it. It's native to them. It's their world. And so there are others who it's not native to them. It's not something that they readily understand. So we have to be careful as we transition to the digital society not to exclude those persons who are not digitally native. So a part of our strategy now as we transition is to develop programs to bring on board our persons who are elderly, those persons who are not digitally literate, to bring them into this world so that the transition can happen faster but happen fairly and equitably.
If what you said in that video was true, you would have mentioned Jamaica still retaining paper money at least once. So do you think after you make a whole long speech for you to worry about going cashless? What is cashless again? No cash. Strictly digital. Online checks, whatever. Anything when I deal with cash is defined as cashless. And nowhere in a that when we just watch did you mention once say if you're not fully literate and up to the time and ready for the cashless society, you could have still retain your cash money. And that's why we spend billions to keep cash hanging around. Alright, that's how you get the chance to say it. But that was not your intent. As usual, in my opinion, you are a puppet of some other world government, and whatever them feel like say them want to implement, them fling it on you first. And you are always that man run out and ready to pressure your people and by the hook or the crook. If you do whatever, whether or not like it or not. You know the thing there where you develop, where you can all deal with Smaddy, and based on the fact say you know them good. Every single action, everything about them, you can study it. You know, say, if he must smile when he attack, lie him at them. You know them look at something there, man? Oh, if she tend not to look in your face when you confront her, and she look at ground, lie she at them. You know them little thing, them little nuances there. Them little characteristics there, where you can study about certain people. You don't know it. I rate them people there, because at least, I just one thing I can point out, or two. As long as this Prime Minister appear on a podium, lie him tell, and that's how you make it reach. You can't know when the man tell lie. The man tell you lie with a straight face. Then you see where everybody did believe him say, you can't sleep with your door open. That was the main premise when use run and win the election. Different from buying a pair of clocks. For convince the massive where I vote. Say my some sort of get to youth. That's one of the main premise where the man used and win the election. It was so convincing. Everybody believes that them could sleep with them door open. And now we in one Jamaica where you can't even afford a door. The country get tougher and tougher and tougher and tougher. And the main concern from the political leaders is for them political reputation. That's it. Anytime they look bad, them come out, come talk. But if you style one of Jamaica's biggest celebrity in history and robbing money, days and weeks after them come with a little speech, come say something about it. Come make it look like him slightly important. You can't truly be a leader for anything at all until you can put on your jealousy and put on petty issues and come together and unite with the people for the benefit of the country. But you know what, to most people, it's always about them. They make everything be about them. For example, I know people we tell everybody say I be a dunce, watch my podcast. I know people we say I mix up me I deal with over here. So till when me look at them, join the mix up nice now. When me look at them that doing everything where they dunce I do over here. So the same scenario there, Andrew them are do right now. It's all about them. And because them regular people here don't have the accolades and the certification and the qualifications where me possess, there's no way them can better and more loved than me. Why am I gonna think them deal with Usain Bolt so wicked? Simple little country boy we come to top billionaire, richer than any MP in a Jamaica. Why am I think them deal with him so? Because them look upon him less. You see people who view you less, how dare you go ahead with your life and get any kind of success and show say you don't need it. How dare you? Me are the type of man if you doubt me, are the best thing you ever do for me. I bet you join me. Which country you gonna make greater? When the government sell every major resource we can actually benefit Jamaica and does not support one of the main resource, reggae music. Again, me I say it. Which country are gonna make better? Just read this. If we are so impressed, for example, by the Chinese government, so much so that's the Chinese almost own Jamaica by this. So basically, if we use for them technology as it relates to our roads, if we use for them technology in every little thing, how come you don't make no move as it relates to fashioning our educational system off of them own? Jamaica knows that it's the Chinese educational system will make them get so far advanced in the world. Now technology I talk about, I'm gonna tell you, most Caribbean countries strive off of the illiteracy of them citizens. Here's where that came from. The same methods where the slave master back in the day used to use. The dumber you keep them is the more you retain control over them. That is why Jamaica can't afford to make the people, the common man, get any more educated than this. And now them in a turmoil because guess what? Even the dunce man can just take up his phone and see what going on social media. And cling to it and believe say the truth. So you see, I better only educate the people them from morning. That's when social media come. The people would know what makes sense and what doesn't make sense, because we know say illiterate people have no common sense. So imagine the capital one. Who get rid of Jamal out of Jamaica? I just try to show us say, no matter how you see them run out on the battlefield with all type of plans for the country, it's not the betterment of the people. Our government get money to do a lot of things with them implement. You know, nothing to do with the people. They are being paid. Yeah, push for digital currency. In our country, where every minute light gone. Every minute your net drop. Every single minute. You're never going to a supermarket and the system not down. So when you put every single thing digitally, when you can get to move around freely again, if everywhere you got the system down, you have to just, you're at the mercy of every system. In a Jamaica, when little rain fall at Jamaica, the net gone. You sure you want put with money at the mercy of a country like Jamaica, where the infrastructure is so goddamn unstable? You sure? Show me how. Being cashless will stop murders. Jamaica, the murder capital of the world. And you are focused on cashless? When you should have focused on the man them to be strapless. At this point, I'm frustrated and tired of that brother. And the rollbacks and the apologies. Look how I'm going to apologize again. Look how I'm going to clarify him ego again. And that's a given. When I see how fast him clarify him, if whenever him look like idiot, him fix it. Whenever the country look like idiot on the world stage, him quiet. Oh, sorry. You must send soldier guy here to go fight. I forget. Jamaica don't need them soldier there. So just, yeah.